smart social media is part 6 of the 6 keys.
So SMART is an acronym, S being for specific. All of your social media posts, you're going to want to make sure that they appeal to your audience. While you may find something interesting, if you don't think that your overall audience is going to appreciate it or be able to benefit from it, it's probably not worth posting on your company's social media pages. You also want to make sure that everything you do on social media is measurable, that you can be able to track your progress and your growth. That way you can learn from what works and what doesn't work. You're also going to want to make sure to set attainable goals. Don't be realistic. You're going to want to start off with small goals, and then over time you can create bigger goals for yourself. Also be timely. You're going to want to post often, but not too often. You don't want to post probably 5 to 10 times a day. I think that's a little too much. What you want to do is post when you have something good, something interesting to share with your followers, something meaningful.
That's right. Posting on social networks can quickly turn into spam in their timeline or newsfeed if you're posting too often and if it's not quality content.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is to make sure to keep in mind that social media is a phenomenal marketing tool. It's probably the most important marketing tool today, but it's not magic. It won't do the hard work for you. You're going to need to be able to leverage what it has to offer.
What I really like social media for is this, and I'll give you an example. Let's say there's 2 companies and they offer the exact same product, and you, the customer or potential member, are on the fence about which website or product you want to buy. You might start doing additional research on the internet, and let's say one company posts relatively often on their social media channels and one company doesn't post at all on their social media channels. I, as a customer, like to see that a company has a pulse. You can reach them. They're accessible. Their content is fresh, even if it's on social networks. And I don't even care if it makes sense. They could put a funny video on their Facebook, but at least if it was posted yesterday, I know that there are real people behind that company.
Exactly, and it also gives a sort of a face, a personality to the company. They're not some faceless corporation.
That's right.
So the do's and don'ts of social media. You want to make sure to keep it fun and interesting. Share your website's content. Make sure to keep everything short and sweet. Publicly respond to commenters. That way people can see that you interact with the people who follow you. And also make sure to use hashtags, images, videos, link back to your website. Make your tweets, your Facebook posts, make them more interactive this way. But don't be posting business 100% of the time. Add some personality to it. If you find a funny picture that you think your followers would enjoy, share that with them. Don't bombard your followers with ads and business 100% of the time.
Keeping it random on your social media posts sometimes works in your favor.
And it makes it more fun for you. It doesn't make it quite so mundane.
That's right.
It keeps it interesting. So don't write long posts and don't refuse to interact with people. Really interacting with them is what social media is there for. And lastly, most importantly, don't overthink it. Just have fun with it.
You shouldn't spend more than 5 minutes trying to come up with a social media post. If you're posting often, social media has a half-life. After a couple days, that post isn't really going to show up in the timelines or news feeds of social media. So don't overthink it. Don't be so critical on yourself, and just have fun with it. Basically,
have fun with it. So to recap what we covered today, make sure you have an about page on your website. Allow members to publish content on your website and utilize that content. Incentivize contributors, so put them on the homepage of your website. Make sure that they're getting more leads sent to them. Write listicles on your blog. Write spotlight articles on people you admire in your industry. And be smart with social media. All of this will definitely drive more traffic to your website.
It's a little bit of work, but it's the right type of work to publish content on your website without wasting time.
Yeah, it's an incredibly efficient and affordable marketing technique.
I agree. We're seeing a lot of messages. If this webinar presentation will have a replay, it absolutely will have a replay, and we'll be emailing that a little bit after the webinar is completed to everyone joining. So if you missed something or just tuned in with us, fear not, don't worry. We'll make sure that you get a link to the webinar replay so that you can watch this presentation at your own pace in the comfort of your own home or office. And again, when we email about the webinar replay, it will include a free strategy worksheet guide, which helps you structure and plan out some of the content that you're going to be writing for your website. So that will be included on the replay page when we send that link out.